Okay, so the same way that I said that I should be worried about Jackson State's offense and they're continuing to score, like as long as Shedeur Sanders is on the field, they will have a chance to score points. This is how I feel about Alabama A&M defense and how I believe that's really concerning, honestly. Look, they gave up 44 points to South Carolina State. They gave up 27 to Bethune-Cookman. And then they turn around and they give up 35 to Tuskegee. And they only won by 10 points. And I'm thinking like, okay, Akil Glass did what he's done all year. Gary Crowell, I think, is the best running back in HBCU football. And Ibrahim is just outstanding as a wide receiver, and we understand why he's All-American. But their defense is really concerning. Look, if there was an over-under, or if there was like Las Vegas bet anywhere, I didn't. Nobody expected nobody expected Tuskegee to keep it as close as they did. And their largest, like Alabama A&M, their largest lead was only 17 points. And look, and if I'm gonna be totally honest with you, Tuskegee wasn't that good of a team before this game happened. If I'm gonna be honest with you, their first game, they lost by 30 to Fort Valley. They only scored 7 points against West Alabama. Now, West Alabama is definitely the one of the best teams in Division II. But if I'm gonna keep it real, the SIAC has played against the SWAC very competitively all year long so far. Like, Miles College only lost to Alabama State by 1 point. Fort Valley State kept it close against Florida A&M up until the third quarter. Miles College stood toe-to-toe against Southern up until the fourth. And then now we have yesterday's game with Tuskegee only losing by 10 to Alabama A&M. Granted, Tuskegee was at home, but this should have been a walkthrough for Alabama A&M. And now I'm concerned with Alabama A&M's defense. Now, granted, I have no issues with their offense. They can move the ball, they can score on anybody. I believe they average 40 points a game, but their defense is giving up 35 points a game. And I believe that's concerning. They are in the bottom half, defensively, they're in the bottom half of, in defensive ranking. So, look, Alabama A&M should be happy that they won, but they should, look, they're going to get into conference play this week, I believe. So, I hope that they get their defense together, because, look, if there was anybody else at quarterback, that game could have been, it could have been the other way. So, look, Alabama should be happy that they won, but, yeah, the defense is a little bit concerning. Tuskegee shouldn't have scored 35 points when they didn't score over 30 points against nobody else. That shouldn't have happened. And at one point, they were down by 3. At one point. So, look, I think, honestly, Tuskegee should feel good about this loss. Now, granted, they said no more victories, but Tuskegee should feel good about how close they kept it. So, look, I hope Alabama's defense gets get it together before they meet Jackson State. But just happy they won.